Skirt. Say it.
Skirt.
Skirt. The origin of this came from the lightning bolts. So as you can see, fast cars, but Zeus, the head of all gods. So you do it again, zoom zoom. So we got to volunteer at the food bank for the Heartland. And upon getting there, we all decided to show up so we could go in together. But what I loved about them is, her name is Sarah Sattler. She will bring you in as a volunteer, check you in. But what I loved about it is before they even begin the volunteer experience, they give you a little history behind who they are and where they come from. So Brian Banks, he's the president and CEO, started the ministry in 1981, and he saw the need. I don't know if they were Christians or a church facility, but he saw the need that there were a lot of people that needed to have food, but he didn't want to just give them food for the sake of them having something to eat. He wanted to make sure that the food that came through his establishment would be healthy and give them a healthier quality of life. We got to sit down with Mrs. Stephanie Sullivan. She's over the marketing department. She gave us some powerful statistics about serving 93 counties just in Nebraska and Iowa. They're number 2 in the country for their services. But this is what caught my attention. 514 network partners make up that one organization. They started out with 21 organizations volunteering. Fast forward to today, it's over 500 organizations that contribute. Next slide. Some of the organizational establishments, the backpack program for the schools is really prominent because if you even follow in the media right now, they're having conversations about what are allowed in school lunches and stuff of that nature. So their backpacks, they put food products in 250 schools in 13 districts in the Omaha, Iowa area. Operating in times of crisis, she said for the past 5 years, especially since COVID, that they've never come out of the red zone. So they've been working at crisis mode since COVID. It's up 30%, 38% of the previous year. 55 or 56% of children are in need of food assistance, and 1 out of 8 adults is in the need of some type of food assistance. So now let's look at some procedures that we went through as we actually were volunteering.
Alright, so the main health procedure when you walk in was wash your hands, obviously. The stink was pretty much controlled by a foot pedal, so you won't get germs on your hand when you're turning the house. Paper towels were pull only, which is cool, I guess. Not even like motion censored or anything. They had lockers to put your belongings in. They weren't even that big either. They were very good instructors and assisted us at times in stuff how we were doing and using concepts. Alright, first thing that we did was pack bread in boxes. To start, we Manifest taped the boxes on the bottom so we could be more effective and efficient. The main things we were looking for were mold and holes. Were they expired? No, they weren't. Somewhere, but they were after the date, but it does not mean they are bad. Each box is not very big, so we had to maneuver the bread without squishing it to get to a certain weight, which is something that's
10.
So we packed 42 boxes of mixed bread goods. This included white bread, wheat bread, bagels, English muffins, basically any type of bread you could think of. We tried to get a variety in each of them. So 42 boxes of bread, 10 pounds each. I bet you guys can do the math. So we bought 428 pounds of bread in total.
That's a lot. Go back to that picture of Ronaldo. I feel like Ronaldo should be like the poster child of the food bank. Isn't that a great photo? It's got the dimple popping.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did you take that? Let's
I
send it
took all
in
photos.
so they can put that on their website. That's beautiful.
Did you see the picture of Manifest with his glasses? boxes off.
Perfect,
No.
I love it.
No,
And then we went through frozen bags of pot roast mix. This was like carrots, potatoes, celery, and onions. And we just were looking for any rips or tears, or if the veggies looked kind of off. Ronaldo was our last line of defense. If you like smelled a bit of onion, that was a sign, and he was so good at sipping it out. So that was incredibly helpful because I know it would suck if you're getting spoiled food. And then after we did that, we would then wipe off the moisture from the packaging because they were all frozen, and then put a label on, and then we pack them a special way in the boxes, where it's like 2 in the middle and then 5 on the sides.
So each box contained like 7 bags of vegetables. We had to put in order, maybe 5 in one side and 5 to the other, and maybe we had to put 2. That would make 7. And that will contain, like you say, onions, carrots, and potatoes. And the total amount was like 500 and between 565 pounds of vegetables. And this slide is like how to volunteer or give your help to this association. You can just like donate at least $1. If maybe 1,000 people donate $1, that will make $1,000, and that will be a lot of help, or just by donating one small thing. And other thing is like donating food. Like you can your food that you have left for something, and you can your part to the address down over there. Also, you can organize a food drive in your community, schools or church. You can organize it, and the association will provide you boxes if you have like allow things to pack. And the last thing that you can do is volunteer. They are very flexible, the schedules, and you can just like go to the website that is over there, and just pick out the time you is good for you, or you can just call to the number and tell them I want to volunteer, and they will find your time to volunteer. And in conclusion, I would say that like just like take the initiative of helping others. It will be a big difference to the society, and also will encourage others to like help. And this I say like a grandson does not add much, but each one puts his it will enable part of good action. So yeah, just by helping a little bit, it will be a big help for them.
So this is kind of our own personal reflections, kind of our one big takeaway. Mine one was just how many people do suffer from hunger in our community. It's very local and it's really devastating. So I think the awareness of that and then doing the volunteering has helped inspire me to do more or donate food and other stuff.
And for me, the loan is just like maybe rethink that I had like to volunteer at least once a while. Just by volunteer this time, it made me like realize that just helping just few days a week, it will be a lot of help for them, and also it will encourage others to help.
So what I was learning is it is very important to serve the community, which I already knew a little bit, but I haven't really done it volunteering ever since I was like 5, where I used to live. I respect their mission statement, which is alone we could do so little, together we could do so much, which is important to stick by it, because when you're doing stuff together, you get a lot more done than you usually would.
and what I took away from it is that, first of all, we gotta, in gratitude, acknowledge Miss Talani, because over the course of this, I'm an inspirational speaker, but I didn't see the value of having a quote unquote human relations class, because I felt as a human being, this is the stuff we should be doing as human beings every day anyway. But what I liked about this particular assignment is I got to see that there's leadership in everyone. So you guys to us are the future. So there's leadership in everybody that was in our groups. And I like the camaraderie that we didn't butt heads. Nobody fought for a spot of leadership. They just stepped up where they were good and they led. And I'm gonna conclude with my football arm right here, softball arm. So when it was effective, they had boxes on the other side of the room, especially with the frozen vegetables. So you'll see Nixon like he's in a Super Bowl, and then out of nowhere Stella's like, oh, I got this too. She got the softball arm. But we made it fun. It was a learning experience, but we were able to make it fun because we fed off of each other's energy. So our volunteer spot is just one of many organizations that we can, hopefully everybody continues to volunteer moving forward now that we see the need as we're able. But it's called allyship. And that's what I really got out of it, is that one man had a vision. Fast forward to today, there's over 500 organizations that now come together to make this happen for the people who are experiencing hunger. So thank you guys for having skirt, and give these beautiful people a round of applause.